guys, I hope you guys are safe at home in quarantine, but don't forget to subscribe here at Fino Boxing and follow my personal one at Adriana_sports. And guess what? We're gonna knock out this coronavirus. Bop, bop, bop.
You make a good point about how boxing fans, you know, sometimes no matter what you say or do, they'll always have something to say. So,
Definitely.
as a fighter, how much of a boxing fan are you? Obviously, you train for yourself and you have your fights, but how much of a boxing fan are you that you sit down and watch the other fights?
Oh, huge boxing fan. That's why I'm in this game. It's since I was a little kid. That's how I got into the sport, is watching fights with my dad since I was 5, 6 years old. It's one of my earliest memories of the sport is watching boxing, and that's what I did my entire life is watch fights all day long, every single day, since I was a little kid. It's been my favorite thing to do. So definitely, I'm a big fan of the sport, just the way everything plays out inside the ring for other people as well as myself. That's the part I like about the sport more, is watching it. It's actually having to get in there and take the shots,
I know.
but I love being in there too.
What do you think about this new generation of fighters that includes yourself, but you also have other fighters like Shakur Stevenson, Ryan
Yeah.
Garcia,
Hmm.
Devin Haney, who am I
Hmm.
going to say that? Virgil Ortiz, Teofimo Lopez, all these new guys that are, like I said, including yourself, that are making lots of noise. Um, how do you see this generation in boxing?
This generation is incredible, and I think it goes back to what I was talking about boxing fans kind of getting spoiled in a way. I'm sorry, I'm getting a call. Um, Hello, can you still
There
hear
you
me?
go. Yeah, no problem. I see you.
Sorry about that. I think
All right.
boxing fans kind of getting spoiled because when you look at those young fighters that you just, what in the world? Sorry.
They really want
Um,
to.
so when you look at that generation of fighters, and when you look at the way that, I don't think people realize how special of a group of fighters that you just named right there. As far as Shakur I think Shakur is a future pound for pound level type dude. I think he's the best out of that group that you just said. I've been watching him since I was a kid in the amateurs, him being a few years ahead of me, and just really seeing him just pick apart. Like, you had the top guys in the amateurs, and he always had a deep division when you'd watch him fight in the tournaments, because he was in a weight class that was usually pretty stacked, and he would just take guys apart, and it was always something that I really admired. And everybody admired it. Everybody at the tournaments, he was the guy that you watched. And then Devin as well, and I remember watching when Devin and Ryan would fight, because they were all a year or two ahead of me. So when I would first start to get to the nationals in that age group and things like that, they'd be the older guys, and everyone was looking forward to seeing Ryan and Devin fight. And those fights were sweet. I was there for a couple different ones, watching Teofimo win the Olympic trials and things like that. And now they're all in pros, and doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're all showing out, but people, like I said, people don't realize how special that group is. That group, you see so many people talking about how they're all hype and this and that, and they have a lot of supporters as well, but you know they don't realize, like, these are the guys. They're not going anywhere, and at the end of the day, none of those guys are all hype. Um, Even I feel like the main person, because he's the biggest as far as the name goes, that people talk about being all hype, is Ryan Garcia. He's not all hype. He's like I don't know the exact number, but he's at least got probably 8, 9 national championships as an amateur. How can that guy be all hype? Like, this is really top level pedigree on each and every one of those guys that you just named. So yeah, we're seeing the next generation now, and it's pretty cool to see them start to pick up their titles one by one. And it's really inspiring because, like I said, in the amateurs, seeing them be one age group or age bracket above me, and then now they're starting to pick away and win their titles. And so that is pretty much the same timeline. So that makes me believe, like, all right, 2 more years and I've got mine. And it's just cool to watch, and it's definitely inspiring. It just keeps me working hard with my head down, and just hoping for the best. And I'm really excited to start to get into that point.
Right. And
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe here to Fino Boxing and follow us at all our social media platforms at Fino Boxing, and my personal one is at Adriana_sports. Enjoy.